Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how do you write an equation when they give you a slope and a point, so similar to this problem that you see up on the screen. Today we're going to be looking at how to do it with the point-slope formula. There's another way to do it using the slope-intercept form, so if you're interested in that method, I will link it in the description below. Just a reminder, this is the full-length lesson, so we're going to go step by step with a bunch of examples. If you want the short version, I will link that in the description as well. And finally, before attempting this lesson, you should know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide with fractions, or else have a calculator that can help you with it. You should also know how to do, or be familiar with point-slope form, and you should know how to solve equations already. If you want refreshers on those, I will link those in the description. All right, so here we have our problem. And they tell us it has a slope of -5, a point, 1, -9, and it wants it in slope-intercept form. So they give us a slope, they give us a point, so we're going to put it into the point-slope formula, right? We've used this before. This was a previous video, so we should know, okay, -5 goes here, 1 goes here, -9 goes here. So now we have y minus -9 equals -5 x minus 1. We change the double negative to a positive. Again, I'm going quickly here because this should be review. Then we distribute. Oh, we're done with step 1, by the way, obviously, and we're on step 2 here. So y plus 9 equals -5x plus 5. And then, again, we're solving for y, right? Slope-intercept form is y equals. So we need to move this 9 over. So we go -9 minus 9 on both sides. And we end up with y equals -5x minus 4. And this is our final answer, right? That's in slope-intercept form. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. All right, for the first problem, here is the work, and you should have ended up with y equals -2x minus 7. And for the second problem, you should have ended up with y equals -x minus 3. You might have put the 1, but remember, usually we don't put the 1s in front of variables, so we just leave it as an invisible 1. All right, for this one, something a little different. It says the line has a slope of 0. Okay, so we're still going to plug in just like normal. So y minus -4 equals 0x minus 9. This becomes y plus 4 equals 0x minus 9. And now this is, you're going to distribute the 0, right? And when you distribute the 0, 0 times anything is just 0. So this becomes y plus 4 equals 0. And now you still need to get the y by itself. So we subtract 4 on both sides. And you end up with y equals -4. And this is the correct answer, okay? And if you've studied horizontal and vertical lines, right, this would be a straight horizontal line. All right, here is our cool clock, which means it's time for you to practice. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, here is the work. You should have ended up with y equals -8. And for the second problem, here's the work, and you should have ended up with y equals 8, positive 8. Okay, for this last one, we have some fractions here. So no problem, we still set it up like normal. So now we do y minus 8 equals -3/5 parentheses x minus -11. So now we have y minus 8 equals -3/5 x plus 11. Now we're just distributing the fraction. So now we have y minus 8 equals -3/5 x. And let's see, minus 33 over 5. And then we're going to do plus 8 on both sides. And again, you can do this by hand, calculator. In your head, that's up to you. I'm going to go and use a calculator. And when you did that, you should have ended up with 7 over 5. So here is the final answer. Final answer. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem, here is your work, and you should have ended up with y equals 4/7 x minus 1 over 7. And for the second problem, here's the work, should have ended up with y equals 1 over 2x, 1/2 x, plus 4. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.